you doing, Joe?
Not bad at all, baby.
It's good
I
to
was
hear.
invited here too, by the way.
Yeah, I invited Pac because so basically what happened the other day was this dude, Gordo Ramsay, the famous chef. Apparently, well, you know what? You start off with this Pac because you were there for the whole
This
time.
is what. Yeah, this I was actually going to talk to you about this next time I saw you. Gordo Ramsay. Have you ever seen him or met him?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, he's in town. He's a famous chef. He claims he's got 12 Michelin stars. Blah 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 blah. He's a giant asshole, huge asshole. Okay.
Okay.
But I kind of respect him a little bit because he's got a good attitude. He carries himself well, but
Right.
he's still annoying. Anyway, I came to show him the kitchen. All right, and he liked it. He was like, "Oh, this is a great kitchen. Okay, I'm gonna, I like this." He didn't say he was gonna use it. He didn't ask permission. Motherfucker just came back in a limo like 30 minutes later while I was up there, and just barged in trying to use the kitchen for his cooking classes and shit without asking at all. So I confront him like, "Look, you can't use the kitchen unless you ask, okay? Unless I give you permission." And he's like, basically, he didn't give a fuck, and he wasn't getting permission. He didn't care. So I called Joby in, had some security. We had to escort him out. We made him pay $2,000 for using the kitchen and shit. It was a whole ordeal, but we handled business.
So
Holy shit.
lab-
Did that. Go
So you
ahead,
were
Joby.
dealing with some shit.
yeah,
Yeah, we were.
it was easy though. Honestly, once I showed up.
Oh, I wasn't bad.
Yeah. But so basically, what me and Pac just discussed before you got here, we kind of on the same wavelength here, and I think you will be too. So you got the venue, the whole winery, the whole place is nice, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's beautiful, and it got a lot of amenities.
Oh, you're suggesting filling the kitchen with Gordo?
Well, I mean, that's a possibility.
We're not
but
chopping his
why don't-
body up.
Why don't we have, like for instance, we could have Gordo or any other chef rent the kitchen out to use as like an event, or if they want
Easy.
to host, or they want to they want to film a show there. Like I know Z wanted to film a cooking show for a while. I mean, there's two clients right there. Two clients, and here's the thing: it bring in people to the winery, and what they're gonna do? They're gonna buy wine.
Yeah.
And then there's
So-
pool tables. You can host events there. There's the casino, or the upstairs, which is like a high roller casino. We could have some sweet, gambling.
That's
going
actually
on
in the
there.
midst of getting done as well.
Oh, it's good. That's what I like to
So-
hear.
That's part of what I was going to talk to you about is the casino. I have no idea. I think events would be great. Look, I call people up there from time to time and do things like, playing pool and shit like that, gambling on pool tables and shit. But I think being able to do some shit with the casino on like, a weekly basis would be dope. Obviously, if you can't be there, that's cool. I'd hold that shit myself and then, make sure most of the proceeds go to you. Maybe I take a small little cut for throwing it or something like
Yeah,
that. You know
easy.
What I mean? But the problem is I don't have keys to it. And I'm always up there and shit, but keys to it is the only limitation I got.
Yeah, keys are a limitation to me as well. That's something that needs to be worked on. I need to talk to Matthew Payne or somebody that might be able to provide me with some keys and get that sorted so we can get these businesses flowing.
Yeah.
Right, because I can use that casino every single fucking week. Get people up there running the roulette and the blackjack tables and shit like that. People would love that shit. Like,
Yeah.
people with gambling, it's just insane around town.
It's in
how much people
demand.
blow their money on it.
It is in demand right
You
now.
ever heard of LJ Leland Jones? He does a lot of gambling.
I don't think so.
Yeah, he's come up with many games of his own, and I feel like he's smart. People know him as the gambling man, and assuming he doesn't have specific contracts with the places he works now, that would limit him from being elsewhere, unless you're looking for somebody exclusive.
Do you know where he works right now?
That would he works at the 1068.
Okay.
And he's not under contract, but freelances occasionally at the
Well,
VU.
I would say, look, he don't do the gambling shit at the other place that often, does he?
1068. Honestly, it's a late night thing. Like if I were thinking of
Oh,
a time, it like post midnight.
Gotcha.
Okay. Yeah, that's actually a conversation that's been, been in the air already. It's just taking some time. The keys create some issues,
So whenever there are keys, how do you feel about me having a pair or a set?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, very good.
And
Tupac,
obviously,
we got to get you into a suit, Tupac.
We do.
No
Look,
disrespect.
I've been like trying to talk to somebody. I don't know a tailor or anything. So I need to talk to one of y'all.
I can get
who
you,
knows a
yeah,
tailor.
man. I can get you to a tailor easy. I can do that
Well,
easy.
whoever has the best ability, that'd be great. Cause look, I'm not joking. Imagine this. Imagine seeing me walk around in town in a Bruce Lee yellow outfit with the black pinstripes down the side.
Oh, I'd be all about that.
Mhm.
Oh, I want that so bad.
Yeah, I can hook you up. I can definitely hook you up with a tailor. She currently working on stuff for me and my wedding right now. We have an dress imported and brand new tuxes imported.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't need much. I want some, a suit, a couple little outfits here and there, maybe a mask or two or something like that. That's really all I need.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they could definitely make that happen.
Hell yeah.
On another note, I basically, besides security, I want to offer any of the services moving forward that you need. Like, I know I've been helping Tupac. Anything either of you need, let me know. If you need help running events, Tupac, let me know. If you need help with anything else, Joe, I mean, I can do more than what I offer, And now I can be around if you catch my drift. I can actually be around whenever needed.
Good. As of now, I don't think there's any actual active threats involved in my life, but for events, which there will be events, especially the shark taking situation, I want that to be very professional. It's going to be a shoot as well, so.
Oh yeah. So if you need me as security, or you need me, like I said, you need me hosting events, I've done that at the VU. I used to host events for Nino. I mean, I can help. I'm not trying to take Pac's, stride here, but if Pac needs an assistant, or somebody helping him out, I can be right there.
All
if
right.
he so choose or you so choose.
Yeah, hell yeah. Well, Pac, I can delegate that decision to you because you're good at these things.
Sure. Right. So, I actually we'll talk about that more, Joby.
All right.
I've been looking for people to do a couple of things at the winery for me when I'm not around, because I've been keeping business going pretty well over there when you ain't around, Joe. It's just been nice.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Now I just need to get some more product. I need to talk to Turbo.
Yeah, motherfucker, yeah. As soon as we get that shit, look. Oh, here's just a quick interjection here. The Bean Machine has been very serious about wanting to get product over there and having an upstairs lounge. I don't know if have you been in there?
Wine
The Bean
product?
Machine? Well, have you been in the Bean Machine first?
Yes. Yeah.
The upstairs lounge area. They want to get wine in there. I told them we would do it for $4,000 a bottle, if they also include in their advertisements that they are a winery certified
Dealer.
not a dealer, but I had a specific word for it, but a winery certified sales location.
Okay.
And then, as long as they put that in their ad and they also pitch it when people are there and shit like that, then I'm fine with dealing with them. But I wanted to check with you first and make sure you didn't want any exclusivity deals with the Vanilla Unicorn. Because if you want exclusivity, well, then I won't deal with,
A distributor, a vendor, an outlet, retailer.
Authorized retailer.
But do you want to go through with any sort of exclusivity with the Bean or with the Vanilla Unicorn? Because if you do, then I'm only going to deal with them.
Does Vanilla Unicorn only want? I need to talk to Slim to see if he wants exclusivity.
If he can get
however
all
you
of
fucking
our
say
product, if he can move it all for us, I think we should. But if he can't move it all because of maybe he don't think sales for his for what he's doing is going to be that good or whatever, then we need to start dealing with other people. We can't just go through him if sales are going to be slow,
right?
Or not be able to move through our product.
All right, so as a manager there, as I'm pretty sure at least both y'all know, and if you don't, well, yeah, I've been a manager for a minute, also DJ, promoter, etc. I mean, I'm not up to date on every single thing that's going down, but I got a good idea. And I'm going to say there is a lot in the works. In fact, today, memberships came available, which is a big, huge step right back in that new direction that he's trying to take to place.
Okay.
So the possibility of him being able to push that through, events or however he wants to do it, is probably a damn good possibility.
Joby, you got to understand, we sell our wine on the streets. The value that customers buy it for is $7,000 a bottle. And unless he's pushing it specifically, he's got lots of other products too. Depends on how much saturation there is of products he's selling. So You know, you got to think of that aspect as well. Even though he's got a whole lot of shit going on.
Yeah. No, I get that. I get that. I mean, if you listen, it's not my place to say, but I will say is as a businessman myself, exclusivity to one can be rough because you're relying on that one company, no matter how good they are, and they're gonna have lulls, you know, where up and down.
Yep.
Well, here,
So
how
maybe
about
getting
this?
an
We do a
exclusive,
trial run. We do a trial
to
run of
two
exclusivity.
places. Yeah, and the one thing I'll say is if you did do something with the beam machine, right? You know, I got nothing in this, no horse in this race, but the beam machine on the other side of town. So are they? You could argue that they really ain't competing that much. Plus, the Vanilla Unicorn ain't open 24/7.
Of course, yeah, you're right. You're right.
Whereas
And,
the beam
and
machine
look,
is.
people go to the Vanilla Unicorn for an experience anyway. You know, it's kind of like two different demographics that go there. So
It is two demographics. I mean, there are people who, you know, they go to the strip joint or, you know, the events that are going to be happening at the VU. Not everybody going to want wine, right? I mean, personally, you know, I like wine.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys, and I know it. I don't know why people want wine.
What do you mean? You don't like wine?
I don't know why people buy wine bottles that they can't drink.
Oh, you
I
mean they
agree
just
with
keep it around?
Yeah.
You literally can't drink it, though. You can't.
I
drink
know,
it.
though. I was trying not to, you know, go. Yeah, whatever.
That's why
Anyways.
Tupac. I was surprised when you got the sales that you did. Everyone was on board.
Because I know how to bring an air of desirability to anything. Don't matter what it is.
Yeah, this dude can sell fucking. This dude can buy something off somebody for $1 and sell it back to him for 20.
Shit, I guess it is easy to sell people.
Plus, you
Well,
gotta think,
I mean,
Got
don't
the
tell
right
anybody I
answer, yeah.
said that about the wine.
no. But here's the thing. Joe.
It's like Steve Jobs saying, "I don't know why people buy this shit."
No, but that's real. Why do people buy fucking
iPhones?
iPhones? Come on.
Yeah, why the hell do I have an iPhone? I don't know. But
Literally, a Samsung gives you better features on every single front. So why?
Tupac,
Because I got
I'm
it for
sorry,
free.
I actually can't stand using Android devices. I really can't. It drives me
I'm not
nuts.
necessarily saying you like the UI and the software, but when it comes
Same
to
price
hard
per-
features,
yeah, price point.
they offer you more though.
and price point, by the way. But yeah, I mean, it's a preference, right? You know, if you're gonna spend $1,000 on a phone, regardless, buy what you want, right? But you know, back to the whole wine thing. You want to know why people buy it? Not just because Tupac's a good seller, Joe. You want to know why? It's a class thing. It says something. It says I got this, and
yeah.
you know, the more, so to speak, the less people that have it, the more it becomes even more of a class thing. It's I look at me, I got wine, even if they can't technically, you know, use it, drink it.
Yet.
No.
Yet.
Here's the thing.
Yeah. They got it in their house, man. Come on. How many people you know have 50 bottles of wine and they only open them wines once in the blue moon, and they're sitting there thinking, man, I really like to open that $9,000 bottle of wine and it got.
Yeah.
But then they never do.
Well, here's the thing. It don't even matter who buys it now because I've set the price so high and people are willing to pay it that even if some motherfucker who ain't that high class got it, it don't lower the appeal value of it. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? That's how I've crafted it already. So we're squeaky clean. We're squeaky. The people with no money want to buy it, and the people with the money still want to buy it. It's like with best of both worlds now.
Right.
Imagine when it's when it aged and they got that, you know, nice steak dinner and they you know, it can, you know, they ready to open it and they can drink it. You want to know what's gonna happen then, Joe? It's gonna be, you know, Tupac's ears gonna be buzzing all day. He's not gonna be able to sleep.
Here's what I was thinking, Joe. Do you think it's possible? I don't know how difficult it would be, or you know, plausible, but each shipment we get maybe having a different year on the bottle.
Oh.
That'd be smart.
Just on the description of the bottle, you know what I mean? And then you can say that you have, if you hold on to it and you don't drink it, you can have a bottle from like the first batch, you know what I mean? Or
Not bad.
The second
Yeah, so
year,
that's like
third year.
it's kind of like with guns and degrading, except for it's the opposite with wine, right? It get better as time goes on.
Right, and so the older bottles get even more valuable as time goes on because you can say, oh, I got this vintage, you know what I mean? And then, you know what I'm saying? I think that could be a good
And
thing.
here's the thing too with that is that's going to create a whole thing where people are going to be wanting to collect that stuff and own it, right? Like
Right.
I don't know, Joe, you haven't been around, but I know Pac has. there are multiple people working on collections, and so what I heard, I don't know how like hush hush is supposed to be. What Rami told me when I was selling him some old stuff that he working on trying to get. I mean, this was like 2-3 weeks ago, so I don't know when he move on, but he wanted to make a fucking like a little art gallery of this shit. So could you imagine how much somebody like him would be willing to pay to have multiple aged bottles of wine, like fine wine, and then better yet, there's the deal right there. People go to the art gallery, they probably willing to pay good money to try that wine out.
True.
So, I mean, not to rush it along, but was there anything else you want to discuss about the business side of things, Joe? Not rushing.
No. That was pretty much it.
Okay.
I think that's it. So, maybe one thing that we can do to add incentives for certain places, maybe instead of exclusivity when it comes to a certain type of place, maybe a certain type of vintage that sort of dictates the class of a place. The strip club could have a certain vintage. The Bean Machine could have a different type of vintage. Et cetera, depending on the business.
So they're not competing necessarily. You bring in business to different areas.
Yeah, because no one's going to want $1,000. No one's going to want high vintage wine at a strip club, right?
Probably not. I mean, maybe one every 200, 300 people, but...
So, something I keep forgetting to mention, like the last couple times we've met, Joe, I've gotten more than one request, probably like 4 or 5 different requests from different people that they would like us to carry champagne if possible. Like,
okay,
that's something that's a no-brainer. I think that would fit with like places like the Vanilla Unicorn and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think Slim himself has mentioned that.
Yeah.
The places like the Bean Machine have mentioned it. That one girl, Z, has mentioned it before. I think a lot of people would buy that too if we did.
Yeah, champagne's a whole new level.
Yeah, I mean, we don't make champagne right now, but we could set the infrastructure up for that. That'd be something that people definitely would buy.
Easy.
Okay.
Wait, out of curiosity, what is currently on the menu for wine? It's been a while since I touched this stuff, and I got
red and white wine.
Red and white wine. All right, so
champagne needs to be very limited.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, it needs to be very limited. Yeah, it needs to be very expensive.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you ain't got anything else, Joby, I got some stuff I need to talk to Joe about privately if he's got time. I mean, if you don't got time, it's completely fine.
No, you good. You good. I know. Last thing I know, Chardonnay falls under white wine, but that's also something that people get their shit rustled up about. Maybe having some Chardonnay too, because that's like a name of white wine that people really get.
Here's the thing, okay? The most successful restaurants in the world have some of the most limited menus you could ever imagine. Like fucking 7 items on the menu, okay? So like sometimes the small menu is what really gives you success, because when you specialize in just a few things, that's all you need.
Yep.
I like that.
Right, sound good.
I like that.
All right, I'll leave you two gentlemen. You need anything, you can call me, email me, send out a twat. My phone will fucking ring. I'll be awake.
Thank you, my man.
As per usual, no
Hell yeah.
problem.
Hell yeah.
All right, keep in contact, fuck.
All right, peace out, man. You need to jump. Okay, all right, he's just scooting along. That's fine. Do you have time?
Yeah, I got some time.
Okay. What you laughing about?
I was wondering why he was just going off into the bushes.
Oh,
now I know.
His bike was over. I didn't even know his bike was over there either. Okay, man. I really, first of all, appreciate you setting me up with Vinny. I remember that one conversation we had. We in contact. That's pretty dope. Only problem is I can't ever get a hold of the motherfucker. Just want to say thank you for that. That's a dope situation.
Yeah, no
you got
problem.
going on. Business is moving along crazy for me. Okay, and I want to. I know we got Frankie on board and shit, but this is something I've wondered about. Should we keep any sort of supply on hand of defenses, okay, for people like Frankie and whatnot? Supply any sort of that shit, because I have a direct connection to get any equipment we need, and I think if possible, you know, if we need to supply any of that shit for the winery, for any shit, you know, like goes damage, but like Gladys and whatnot, that whole situation. Any shit pops up like that, should we have anything on hand?
I mean, WD. I mean, it wouldn't hurt. It needs to be completely off the record.
Right. Well, here's the thing. I'm trying to, on my own accord, because I've been dealing with all these things, you know, with Vinny, and I got these connections, all these, you know, all this back-end equipment and shit like that. I'm trying to get myself some sort of off-the-record stash house, maybe in somebody else's name or something like that. I don't really know yet. I don't know how I want to approach it, how I want to do it. Do you know anything about that? I don't know if you know anything about it. How would I even fucking go about doing that shit? Never owned a stash house before.
I don't know much about stash houses, honestly.
Fuck, okay. Who do you think would know?
Quite possibly. You know, Tupac, I don't dig that far into people, into their lives to really know. I mean, I would assume, you know, there's got to be a way to get a location, ask somebody to hold a location for you, maybe something like that.
Okay.
You know, somebody who shares a key, etc.
Right, I got you. All right, because look, I've been kind of taking it a little slow on everything I got for like the past month or so, because I don't like having a lot of shit on hand that I can't move quickly, because if anything ever happens for some reason and the police want to, you know, investigate me or something, I don't want any sort of heavy equipment in my apartment and shit, you know.
Yeah, smart.
It's just not smart, it's not safe, so I really deal in small batches right now until I can get some bigger things. Now that sort of thing doesn't conflict with what we got going on, does it?
Nope.
I wouldn't think so, since you recommended Vinny to me. Well, me to Vinny, I should say.
Nope.
Okay, good. I already mentioned the Gordo shit to you. I've been holding down.
Still need Joe to play stupid a little bit.
As much as I can swing. I've been biting cleaners up. Still, you know, I help out motherfuckers who need cash around town or whatnot. It's actually a really great.
What's up, Andy?
Because you know how many motherfuckers are terrible at cleaning? Like dog shit garbage at cleaning. Okay, it teaches them a lot of skills they don't know.
Yeah.
So I would really like to get keys if possible. I will start holding, you know, little events up there for gambling and all, if that's okay with you, that is.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know how difficult that's going to be to get keys made or whatever, but whenever that happens, if you can let me know, or if you could try, that's good, you know, whenever you got time for that.
Okay.
As well, I'm not putting any pressure on you, but it's been about a week since the last payment on my last paycheck, I should say.
Okay. How much did I pay you?
Get another one. It was $50K last time.
Okay, easy.
Hell yeah. I'm trying to think. And if there's ever any sort of event I want to plan that's bigger, is there any way I could possibly get maybe some extra funding for that specific event? You know, for like a prize pool or something like that.
Yeah, run it through me, and
well, of course, yeah. I mean, I'll come with you with complete ideas and formulas and shit. Like, so if it was gonna be like a 25K like prize pool or something for something,
okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A tournament situation kind of thing.
Easy.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Andy, I'm feeling
really
great. I smoked weed last night and watched The Matrix.
Talk about paycheck, let you know what I got going on at the winery, future plans I like to get going, and that I'm serious about, you know, things I want to really start doing on a regular basis.
Yeah, the weed was
and
great.
And also the fucking, you know, keeping a little bit of an on-hand thing going on.
Yep.
Yeah.
You got it going.
Anything new on your whole avenues and shit other than the television show?
Not much, man. Just a lot of business. I'm pretty much focusing on the show. So.
Hell yeah. That's what's up.
So I want that to be very, you know, I want that to be solid. I want it to work out well, and I want to make sure that the right person gets the right money. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to go through and sort of filtering out serious inquiries from the non-serious ones. Before the filming process, so we don't have a bunch of, you know, scragglers coming up just begging for money.
Yeah, I mean, they got to come with a very specific business plan and how much money they, a realistic amount of what funding they need and shit,
Yeah, and how they're gonna
can't
spend
come
it.
with these half-ass plans. It's crazy. All right, okay, look, if just in case you get approached by some motherfucker who is talking about selling Cuban cigars, okay, his name is Tony Montana. I don't know if it's any relation to the one from the movies or something.
Okay.
But he's got some Cuban cigar idea. Let me tell you, it sounded really, really fucking half-baked, okay? So he approached me because he thought, oh, it'd be great to have this going on with the winery.
Right.
And he wanted us to help support his company and shit. He paid me for that. But it was really, really half-baked. So if you see that motherfucker approach you about the show or something, just beware. Beware.
All right. Cool. I'll keep
Yeah,
my ears and eyes open.
Okay. And also for people like Joby and whatnot, if we could also, like, if I start hiring people to maybe like necessary thing, I'm not just gonna hire everybody. The winery ain't a charity case. It's only on a definitely a need basis for any other employee.
Oh, this is
You know what I mean?
business shit.
Of course. But if there is somebody who I need the help from, maybe to help me manage things or whatever, if it's necessary for some reason, would it be possible if you give like basically their payment to me and I pay them? Anytime I collect the payment, I collect anybody else's payment in that sort of situation. We ain't on the payroll, you know what I mean?
All right.
Directly on the books. I mean, it probably won't be much, and most likely, I'm gonna be very honest. I handle all this shit myself normally, and it's completely fine. So, it would only be in extreme cases I'd hire somebody else.
You do a great job, my man.
Hell yeah, man. Look, I feel like goddamn Vinny for the last month. Okay, king of meetings out here. I've literally had like 10 meetings every single day for the last month. Okay, I've been around town with all these big groups and shit. It is insane. It's stupid, actually.
Yeah, you've I got a lot of respect for you. I hope you know that.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate it. Got a lot of respect for you too. You make a lot of money. Look, this wine business, I know I'm doing a lot for you, but this shit is just booming. And look, this I
Hey,
ain't
it's all
taking the
thanks to
credit
you,
for it.
dude.
I ain't taking the credit for it. I'm giving the credit to you, man. You putting this shit down. Look, I walk into the fucking winery, all this shit's built up nice. This whole vineyard is laid out perfectly, and then walk over to the where the wine's made and all that shit, all these pristine machines and vats and whatnot. That's all you, man. I didn't do any of that shit.
I mean, you keep it flowing when I'm not, when I'm not working.
Right. I'm like just a nice meal you have, but I ain't the fucking, the body. Okay, so you get.
Here you go, boom. Take that cash.
I appreciate that. You just got this shit chilling in your pocket.
Yeah,
what you
baby.
doing?
That's how I fucking roll.
What if some motherfucker out here wanted to come by and hold you hostage or something?
Well, they made a big mistake.
Shit, that's nice. That's nice. Okay.
And then I'm out 60K. Ooh.
God damn. You're just scoffing at 60K, 50K?
Yeah, you never know when I'm gonna have to, buy my way out of a situation.
True, you're right about that. True. If you ever figure out anything about, I'd like to talk to somebody about stash houses. I don't want to just go approach this myself. I don't want to make any mistakes. I don't want to get involved with the wrong people, like trusting somebody who think, like.
Okay, I'll ask around.
Okay, hell yeah. Do you know if Vinny's around right now?
Yeah, I'm actually, I'm gonna meet up with him.
Okay, because, look, I've been trying to get a hold of him for like the last week and a half. That motherfucker either doesn't answer his phone or he isn't around.
He hates you. He told me he hates you.
I think he does. That's the vibes I'm getting. It's the vibes. We set up business, and it's the vibes I'm getting.
Just kidding. I don't know if he hates you.
Oh, who knows? I don't really give a fuck if he does. But could you tell him to get a hold of him if you see him?
Yeah, of course. Absolutely.
And last thing, I know you're a busy man, okay? What's some situation you think we can do with this Taylor? Like, I've been really trying to figure out how to get a hold of a Taylor.
I guess I'll find if I can find a tailor.
Okay, all right.
I don't know
I'm not saying you
specific
gotta
tailor.
find one, or maybe I can get a hold of him. I don't know. Don't matter. Whoever. I mean, who Who helped? I know Chang's got a lot of crazy clothes. He said he talked to a tailor. Vinny said he knows a tailor. I don't know who they talking about.
Yeah, well, I'll keep my eyes peeled for one.
All right, sounds good. All right, let me get out of your hair, okay? Good talking to you, Joe. Appreciate
This was
the
a
paycheck.
productive meeting. I hope you know.
I mean, really think so?
Yeah, it was great.
What do you think was productive about it? What was actually productive?
The future of wine, how we're going to distribute, the different types of wine we're going to distribute.
Okay. Because I don't like empty words.
No. I retain a lot of information. I just don't output all the time.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm sure you have a lot of meetings. I've been having to write down like literally fucking everything. 'Cause it's just too much shit to remember. Look, I am running like, I'm not joking, about 17 different people right now who work under me. Okay. Like not anything involving the winery. Okay. But, other things. And I am putting them through basically a course of teaching them skills and elevating them to higher levels. And I got to remember where every single person is in the whole program I got going on. And it is the fucking dumbest thing I've ever done in my life.
You're good at it.
I feel like a manager at a retail store or some shit, you know? Like all these employees down here, and I got to make sure they taking their breaks on time and shit, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
That's what I feel like. All right, man.
Well,
Get out of your head.
hey,
What?
I'm gonna find out this information for you, or see if I can find somebody who can help you, and I'll get in touch with you again.
I appreciate that if you can. And if not, it's all good too. Ain't no problem.
Oh yeah, baby.
Hell yeah.
All right. And I'm gonna tell Vinny to get a hold of you as well.
Hell yeah.
I mean, he doesn't even respond to my text. So.
Oh, what an asshole.
Yep. You got a ride? Hey, you got a ride?
Why so tense? What'd you say?
You got a ride?
Yeah, right across the street there.
Okay.
White car. Well, the cream car.
Yeah, I got a new car.
Really? Where's it at?
Dilly dally, shilly. Parked up here around the corner.